We have seen it all. We have fought through it all. The only reason sometimes it seems as if we are not getting it right is because to him much is given, much is expected. The whole world know that we have an excellent quality. The whole world know that we have something in us, and they are expecting excellence from us. That is why most time with the little mistakes we have here and there, simple and little mistake we have here and there, that other people even have huge mistakes, huge differences, huge misunderstanding of what we have. Eyes are focused on the ones that is happening within us because they expect us to be excellent, stainless. And that is what happens. When you bring out a white cloth, for example, you bring out a white cloth. In that white cloth, when you drop anything that's like a stain on it, everybody is going to see it. You don't need to show it to a person. Once you look at that white, you are going to see the stain immediately. But when you bring a brownish cloth or cloth that has colors, there might be stains around, just like I'm wearing black. There might be stain in it, but you can't find it. You can't know. There might be a whole lot of stain, but you won't find it because nobody's expecting a black to be bright. But when it is white, when there is a stain, the whole world will see and they will speak. That is the situation of Biafran people. So I want to tell you that wherever you are as a Biafran, you need to be proud of yourself. Regardless all the differences, all the attack, all the blackmail propaganda, all the differences that we have, misunderstanding and different opinions, we are doing great. We are doing great. We are doing something that people that have resources cannot do. We are fighting the battle that nations that have the connections cannot do. Do not get discouraged. Do not get disappointed. No matter what happens, we are on the right path. Once again, I wish every Biafrans, I wish every lovers of truth, lovers of humanity, lovers of freedom across the world, I wish every one of you a very happy Valentine. Remember, in this platform, we don't come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We don't come here to attack people or individuals. We do not come to this platform to attack any race or religion. What we do and continue to do in this platform is to preach the gospel of Biafra. We are preaching peaceful disintegration of Nigeria to save life. We are presenting Biafra to the whole world as the only remedy to the failed state Nigeria. Not that we are looking down on other tribe and region in Nigeria, no. Not that we are denigrating them, not that we are disregarding them, no. Every other tribe in Nigeria is important and they deserve to be alive. They deserve to have their peace. They deserve to grow. And that is why we are advocating that countries should be created along value system. That is why we are demanding that there should be a disintegration of Nigeria, breakup of Nigeria into sections that has already been done. The people themselves have already divided the country, broke. They know where they belong. The core north already, as we speak, have embraced Sharia and their atrocities. And they are not giving up on it. And they are okay with it. In the southwest, they enjoy the monarchical system and it's working for them. In the old southeastern region, the Biafra land, they enjoy what they are doing. A circular system. The middle belt also enjoy the system that they have already embraced within themselves. The only thing we are asking today is for the international community to peacefully join us and make it official. Let there be a peaceful disintegration of the contraption called Nigeria. That forceful entity that was put together without consultation, without a referendum, without the contribution of any native. A country that was created just by a signature of one man, Lord Lugard, in Europe, for economic interests, for control, not for growth, not for unity, not for peace. We are asking that that should be dismantled and thrown to the dustbin where it belongs. In 21st century, countries have to be created along value system with consultation of the people. That is why our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, at all time was always calling for a referendum. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu called for a referendum for more than a decade. Peaceful referendum. Peaceful move for self-determination. All he was preaching was freedom, self-determination. His message was passed online. Those who believe in Biafra came out in numbers and they were protesting. They were writing petitions. They were writing articles, broadcasting online and offline. That's all we did. Peacefully. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu did that for more than a decade. Instead of listening to him, conducting referendum, going for a dialogue, Nigerian government went after his life. They made so many attempts to his life to take him out. They could not succeed. And they gave the last trial in Kenya. He couldn't take his life. But they abused him, extraordinary, renditioned him to Nigeria. Came to Nigeria, he won them in their court. They refused to obey the law. They went ahead to convict him based on non-existent law. A repealed law was used to sentence Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to life. As if that is not enough, they took him to the headquarters of the Janjaweed, the Caliphate. They took him to the terrorists that are terrorizing the country, the same people he was exposing. They handed him over to the Caliphate. And you know what that means? The detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto is not ordinary. It sends a message. If you're a Biafran and you did not get that message, I'm sorry. You are deceiving yourself. The detention of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Sokoto has a message attached to it. And I bet you every sensible and reasonable Biafran got that message. And we're here watching and waiting. After the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njeku came on board and said the legacy of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu cannot stop. Mazi Simon Ekpa came on and said he swore that to make sure that the kidnapping of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu becomes useless in the hand of the Janjaweed. He proved the Janjaweed that even with or without Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, there are Biafrans who can fight the cause and make sure Biafra is actualized. Mazi Simon Ekpa gave them the wrong and went ahead to call for referendum. They refused to listen. Mazi Simon Ekpa went ahead to conduct a self-referendum that was recognized by some international organization. A self-referendum conducted online and offline with so many evidence. A verifiable self-referendum in which more than 60 million Biafrans voted to get out of Nigeria. More than 60 million voted to get out of Nigeria. You know Biafran people are more than 80 million. And for you to be able to turn down the request of the majority, you must get more than 60 million votes, which is impossible. All we are asking is that referendum should be recognized. And if the world refuses to recognize the referendum, they should conduct their referendum and allow Biafrans to exit Nigeria peacefully. Today is a day of love. We are speaking out of love, not out of hate. Every message we are passing here, it doesn't matter how it sounds in your ear. It doesn't matter whether you like it or you don't like it. It's a message out of love to save humanity, in Nigeria. I must tell you that those who care about human life in Nigeria are the ones calling for separation. The call for separation in Nigeria is not a call for war. The call for separation in Nigeria is not out of hate. It is to save life. And the only people that have genuine concern, the only people that has genuine concern about the situation in Nigeria today remains those who are genuinely asking for the separation in Nigeria. Peaceful disintegration of Nigeria. Let the referendum be conducted and let people make their choice what they want, how they want it. Today is a Valentine's Day. So we seize this opportunity to make that call once again, that it is either now or never. Now that the United States of America have weighed in and they are doing the needful, Nigeria is fighting through their lobbies. They are lobbying, paying billions to make sure they change narrative. We must not allow that to happen. I still believe there are men of conscience in this world. There are men of conscience in the midst of the corruption of the world, because the whole world is corrupt, including the United States of America. The entire world, you will see corrupt people. But in the midst of that corrupt people, there are still people that have integrity. There are still people that care about humanity. There are still people that have human feelings. There are still people that follows their conscience. And we believe that the time has come when no one can truncate our freedom. The only solution to the situation you see in Nigeria, the mass abduction and killing of the Christians, is disintegration. If you listen to the program of Mazen Nandekan that I played, he expatiated on that. For those Christians who are in the north and are afraid, those who are Christians in the north, and they are afraid of what will happen to them if the Biafrans leave, they are using us as consolation for them to remain in that Biafra. They are using us as consolation. Mazen Nandekano made it clear that Biafra land is going to be open for you. You will come to Biafra land. You are going to live in Biafra land and have the same right with the Biafrans, grow with your children in the same space at your own speed. You'll be granted an asylum in Biafra land. Biafra is not the first people to do it. The United Kingdom did that, which Mazen Nandekan explained. United Kingdom, they took their Protestants in France and brought them to England, and they grew. Many of them serve in the highest position in England. Up to today, they are there. We will do the same to the Christians in the corner who cannot be able to survive in the so-called Sharia. This is a peaceful request. We are not violent people. Whatever we are doing or saying is not out of hate. Many have misunderstood us for a very long time. Mazen Nandekan has always been misunderstood. But at this point in time, so many people are realizing that that message he delivered many years ago remains the truth and nothing but the truth. Remains the solution and nothing but the only solution. It doesn't matter how you try to run away from it, you cannot escape it. So, my fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom across the world, on this Valentine message, we are still saying that the only solution to the situation in Nigeria remains disintegration, recognition of Biafra. Recognize Biafra. The freedom of Biafra is going to lead into the freedom of every indigenous tribe in Nigeria will be free to control their resources, grow in their own space, at their own speed, no matter how many they are. Countries should be created along value system. That is how countries are created. when people were jammed together, people that have different value systems put together, it has always caused chaos. It has always bring death, failure, and backwardness. And the world saw that. They tried something different. In Europe, countries were created along value system. You know about the USSR that was broken into pieces. Every country that came out of USSR today are doing very well. They are doing very well, economically, scientifically, in all aspects. Likewise, in Asia, countries that came out and were created along value system, they are doing excellently well. There are so many examples. So we are not asking of something that has not been done before. We are not just experimenting. This is something that has tried, tested, and trusted. So why wouldn't it be implemented in Nigeria? The only reason remains the international interest that does not care about human life. The interest of the British that does not care about the life of a black person. The interest of the West, the United Nations, that do not care about humanity, even though they claim to care. They don't. Go and check everywhere United Nations have intervened. It is after the loss of life of millions. They will never intervene when they have the opportunity to do so. The United Nations is always late. They were there in Rwandan genocide. It was groomed, and happened. They waited until when it was ready for them to write history of the genocide in Rwanda, and it happened. Likewise, in so many other places where there was genocide, people life lost. They had the information on time, but they will wait until millions of lives are gone. We are not going to wait. In the case of Nigeria, we are not going to wait. Biafrans, we have already lost more than 5 million people. We cannot afford to lose more. There has been genocide against us over and over and over again. Unrecognized in the world, including the pogrom that is very, very open, that everyone speaks about. Still yet not recognized as genocide as Biafrans. But we cannot give that chance anymore. We are asking for a peaceful disintegration of Nigeria. Our request is not based on hate. It's not because of resources. It is not to look down on anybody, but it is for necessity to save life. And that is why we are doing what we are doing, and we will continue to do. So today we have come again to speak on this Valentine message, and the message says, Valentine for Biafra. Valentine for Biafra. Love is the revolution they fear. We don't need roses. We need freedom. Valentine for Biafra. Love is the revolution they fear. The love among us, the love within the Biafrans is the revolution they fear. We don't need roses. We don't need handout. We don't need their Igbo presidency. We don't need appointments. We're not talking about resources. We need freedom. This is the message we have today, and I urge every one of us to patiently join us on this program as we deliver this Valentine message. And when the time comes, you are free to come in and appreciate Biafrans, appreciate our leaders, and encourage one another to continue. The link is there to join. You can equally send your requests from TikTok, Facebook, or anywhere you are watching from, and I will bring you in for the Biafrans to hear you when it is time. But before then, let us go into the program of the day. Valentine message to Biafrans and lovers of freedom across the world. My people, brothers and sisters across Biafra land and the entire world. Every freedom fighter, every lover of freedom, watching from every corner of the world. Today is Valentine's Day, a day the world celebrates love. But today, we are not talking about chocolates. We are not talking about flowers. We are not talking about romance. Today, we are talking about a higher love. That is what we are discussing today. The love for identity, the love for dignity, the love for self-preservation, the love of a people who refuse to disappear. Today, I speak to Biafrans worldwide, wherever you may be. Today, I speak to every Igbo sons and daughters, wherever you may be. I speak to every African who understands what freedom truly means. Because real love is not emotion. Real love is commitment. If you love Biafra, you must protect Biafra. If you love freedom, you must defend freedom. If you love your children, you must secure their future. Love is not noise. It is not enough to say, oh, Mazen Nandekar is our leader. Mazen Simon Ekpa is our prime minister. Oh, I love Biafra. I will die for Biafra. I will do everything to be. It is not enough. Love is not noise. Love is sacrifice. Sacrifice. Just like you see Mazen Nandekar ready to sacrifice everything sacrificable. He says it and he keeps to his word. Today, he's serving life sentence because of Biafra. Mazen Simon Ekpa gave the same love and he said, instead of Biafra not to come, that I will turn to a beast. And today he's in detention. Love is sacrifice. Love is discipline. Love we are talking about today is unity of purpose. Wherever you are today as a Biafran, at this Valentine's Day, unity of purpose is one thing that must not escape your mind. We can have our differences, which is normal. I have said it time and time again that even twins that came out the same day from their mother's womb have different opinion. They speak differently. At the end of the day, they are going to have their wives and their husbands, and everybody will live on his own. Even though they came out the same day, they will not go the same day. They have different opinions. In the same family, brothers and sisters have different opinions. Twins have different opinions. Husband and wife have different opinions. But one purpose. Every single person in the family, their purpose is to protect the name of the family. Everyone has that mandate to protect the name of the family. Wherever they are representing the members of the family. Any place they are. They might come home and have their disagreement on the way they approach issues, but when they go out, the primary purpose of every one of them is to protect the identity of the family. Unity of purpose is love. That is the kind of love we are talking about today, being Valentine's Day, that every Biafran should adapt. Unity of purpose does not mean that we will have the same opinion. It does not suggest that we will be in the same group. It does not suggest that we will always agree in one thing. But it suggests that we project one direction. Freedom for Biafran people. Self-determination for Biafran people. One of the greatest danger to any movement is division. Division of ego. Division of pride. division of personal ambition. A divided people cannot rise. Today is Valentine. Pay attention. But a united people, they are unstoppable. United people are unstoppable. Unity does not mean we agree on everything. No, that is not unity. Unity means we agree on the mission. Even in all our different opinions, the mission that every one of us have is to be free from the zoological problems, is to have our own nation, an independent nation of Biafra. That is the mission. Freedom is the mission. Regardless the group where you belong, regardless what your opinion might be, regardless what your language, your tribe, or your religion may be, the mission remains one: freedom. The mission is dignity. The mission is self-determination. The mission is the survival of our people. That is the mission that we must not get distracted from. Unity of purpose. When we speak about unity of purpose, the mission should be dignity, self-determination, survival of our people. That should be the mission of every group. It doesn't matter what you believe in. It doesn't matter your own idea, your own step. It doesn't matter the group where you belong. Feel free, be in your group, but let the mission be one. Self-determination. Today, I call for unity of purpose among all Biafran people on this day, being a Valentine's Day. Celebrating my Valentine with the Biafran people across the whole world, lovers of freedom across the whole world, those who care about humanity. I call for unity of purpose among all Biafrans, at home and abroad. No more unnecessary internal battles. No more tearing ourselves apart. No more weakening our own voice, which is the worst. Weakening some of the things we say online, some of the attitude we display weakens our own voice. You think it's not just your brothers. You are weakening your own voice by your own self. We are stronger together. And history proves it. Now let us talk about selflessness. Selflessness. Every great movement in history succeeds because people place the cause above personal gain. We must hold on to selflessness. Let it not be about you. That when you are not speaking, when word did not come from you, it doesn't exist. When an information doesn't come from your group, you throw it to the dustbin. You speak against it, you destroy it, even when you know that word is relevant. We must be selfless. Anything that puts Biafra on a positive side, it doesn't matter who presents it, support it. If you don't want to support it, keep silent, pretend you didn't hear it, pretend you didn't see it. But attacking it, even when you know that this information is important, it puts Biafra on a good pedestal, and you attack it simply because it comes from a voice you do not agree with. It comes from the group you don't belong. You attack it even when you know that it's true. Let us stop being selfish. We must begin to hold on to selflessness. Every great movement in history succeeded because people place the cause above personal gain. We must place the cause, which is freedom, self-determination, above our personal gain. Today, some people say what they say because of the gain they are making. Because you don't want to lose followership, because you want to feel relevant, you continue to stand and speak about evil and support evil. It's not going to help anybody. It's not going to help anybody. There are some people that when you engage them privately, they open up their heart and tell you what is in their heart. But when they come publicly, they join the negative side. They push negativity against the cause that's benefiting them. When you ask them, that is the only way they can make their money. I have talked about content creators, Biafran content creators before. If you are a content creator and you're doing your content with Biafra, please be on the positive side. Do not create negative content on Biafra. There's nothing wrong in being a content creator. There's nothing wrong in creating your content, but let it be on positive side. You can still make money when you create positive content. But if you think that controversy, saga, will make you relevant because that is what the masses want, you are not doing yourself a favor. Because I know today, the only thing that can generate views, draw attention of people is controversial topics. When you bring controversial topics, where you begin to tear your brother and sister apart, where you begin to lie and say things that doesn't exist. Controversial topics, that is what the masses want. Those are the topics you preach. Even your enemies will come and watch. But when you are focused on the real issue, you hardly see people come around. And if you're not careful, that will make you to change your direction. That is why I say, for content creators, create your content, but on the positive side. A content creator can create anything. I've told you several times that I am not a content creator myself. Personally, I am not a content creator. Because if I want to be a content creator, I know what content to create. My focus should be on the audience. And I know the kind of audience. I know how to get audience. When it comes to the issue of Biafra, I don't use it. I don't create. I'm not a content creator. I am a Biafran, hardcore Biafran activist. And that is why I don't play with the issue of Biafra. I don't care what your own opinion might be. I speak based on my own knowledge, based on my own investigations, based on my own information that I have. If at one point in time I find that my information is not enough and I see a superior information, definitely I make amends. But I'm not going to just change my topic or change my way of life or things I'm doing simply because of a friend, a group, or because I want to make you happy or to entice somebody. No, I don't do that. That is why I equally say that my program here is for everybody that is a Biafran. When you come with your opinion. More especially if you have a superior argument, bring it on. If you're able to convince me, definitely I will join you in the message. But while you are coming, you must tighten up your belt. I'm not here to force you to believe what I say or that you must do what I say. No. All I do is that when we discuss freely with your own opinion and my opinion, we go back and think about what we have said. Then the audience that are watching can be able to make a critical decision. Sound decision. They'll make sound decisions. Because whatever decision we make in the course of this journey, there must be a consequence. So it is better you make a strong decision that you can be able to defend. That tomorrow you wouldn't say, oh, because I went to choose survivor platform, I had this, that is why I did this. No. I will not be held accountable for your idiocy. Likewise, you will not be held accountable for my idiocy. That is why we engage. When we come to a platform like this, we engage. You will see people from different opinion, from different groups, from different angles. Sometimes we get heated arguments. In the midst of that heated argument, you that is observing must have to pay attention and learn. There is something you will learn. It is not to make you scared. It's not to insult you, not to dehumanize you. We engage in critical arguments here most of the time. You see fellow Biafrans that have different opinion. We oppose each other. But at the end of the day, the next day we come back and we continue. And after that argument, we still go back and rewatch the program. I personally go back and watch my programs. And if there is a place to make amends, in the news program, I make amends. Every great movement in history succeeds because people place the cause above personal gain. We must place Biafra above personal gain. Selflessness is strength. Self-preservation is wisdom. We must apply this now, not tomorrow. A people who do protect themselves, a people who do not protect themselves will be erased by history. Take it to the bank. A people who do not protect themselves will be erased by history. A people who do not preserve their culture, their language, their identity will become strangers in their own land. Wherever you are watching this program from, Valentine's Day reminds us you protect what you love. Today, being a Valentine should remind you that you must protect what you love. And that is why Biafrans are protecting the cause of Biafra, regardless the group, regardless their opinion. They are protecting the cause of Biafra across board in the whole old Southeastern region. You defend what you value. We value Biafra so much, we must defend it no matter what happens. We must defend it. You preserve what matters. If Biafra matters to you, act like it. If you know that Biafra matters to you, it is not just enough to say it. Act like it. We must also speak about legacy. Every movement has symbol. Every movement has sacrifice. Every movement has individual who carried the burden when it was heavy. We can see that in the Biafra movement. We know those who are our symbol today. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa. We have seen sacrifices right, left, and center in this movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Ikonso, and the rest of the Liberation Army, and some of us who are coming online on daily basis online. Even some of us joining the live stream from our working place. Some, when they are busy, in their busy schedule, they are coming online on daily basis. All these are sacrifices. Every movement has individuals who carry the burden when it is heavy. As we can see, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu single-handedly shouldering the burden of Biafra even when he's facing death. Mazi Simon Ekpa in a strange land facing the burden of Biafra and standing strong. We must respect legacy associated with names like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. But listen carefully. The movement is bigger than any one individual. In as much as we must protect the legacies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa, you must listen carefully. The movement is bigger than any one individual. The idea is greater than any personality. We protect legacy, not by worshiping individual, but by protecting the principle of self-determination. That's what we do. We honor sacrifice by staying disciplined. We honor leadership by remaining united. We honor struggle by staying strategic. Do not let emotions, do not let emotional reactions destroy what years of sacrifice built. Don't. Protect the legacy, protect the message, protect the future. These we must do. Today, as couples exchange gifts, let Biafrans exchange commitment. Today is Valentine's Day. Couples are exchanging gifts everywhere across the world. And more especially, that is why we will not take much time today, because every one of us have to attend to our loved ones on a Valentine's Day. Today, as couples exchange gifts here and there, let Biafrans exchange commitments. Let us exchange commitments today. Commitments to unity, commitments to maturity, commitment to strategic thinking, commitment to protecting one another. That is what we are supposed to exchange today, being a Valentine's Day. Let today be the day we decide no more internal sabotage, no more jealousy, no more ego wars. We cannot demand freedom while destroying ourselves from within. A serious movement requires discipline, focus, intelligence, long-term thinking. We must build credibility. We must attract international sympathy through responsibility. We must present ourselves as organized, matured, purposeful. Anger alone cannot build a nation, but unity can. Anger alone cannot build a nation, but unity can. Imagine a generation that grows up proud. Imagine children who are not afraid to speak their identity. Imagine a future where dignity is not negotiated. That future will not come through emotion alone. It will come through unity of purpose. And unity begins today. Wherever you are joining us from, let that unity begin today. On this Valentine's Day, let your love be deeper than romance. Let your love be generational. Let your love be disciplined. Let your love be strategic. Let your love preserve your people, because true love is not just a feeling. True love builds. True love protects. True love sacrifices. True love unites. If you truly love Biafra, if you truly love freedom, if you truly love your own people, the Biafran people, show it through respect. Show it through selflessness. Show it through preservation. Today we choose unity.